guys, and welcome to Jurassic Room. Now this is I gotta do some videos, man. I've been wanting to do quite a few videos. Gotta do Jurassic chat about a bunch of different stuff. And I'm going to include, although I'm going to be talking about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys in this video, I'm going to be doing more extensive video on them in the on Jurassic Chat 38. I'll also be talking about the appearance of the different dinosaurs in the trailer. Someone kind of beat me to the look of the Allosaurus and all that. Like, someone actually drew it really good, and I kind of did my own drawing based on the different characteristics. Although someone kind of beat me to it with the 3D imagery, but in a sense, that was what I drew of what the Allosaurus looks like in a way. It was just kind of a mock-up drawing of different stuff, and I'll explain that more in another video. But we were going to talk about the Pachyrhinosaurus, the Allosaurus, and the Indoraptor. The Indoraptor is actually going to be its own video, really. I'm going to talk more about the Indoraptor in its own video, and that'll probably be Jurassic Chat 39. I'm also going to do individual videos on NECA and Marvel Legends, and I'm going to do those. But in this video, we're specifically going to be talking about the Rampage figures, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom leaked videos. So I won't say that in the description, otherwise the algorithm will get me. And I believe, let's see, Creatureplica, that'll be the third one. Then Marvel Legends is kind of going to be its own video, and so is NECA. However, I might talk a little bit about those really quick in this video. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about those towards the end really quickly, like some of the new ones if you didn't hear about them already. But NECA and Marvel Legends will be their own video, because I'll be talking more about the new sets that are coming this year, and my top, I believe, 25, because I was having too much fun thinking of stuff. My top 25 characters that should be 12-inch Marvel Legends figures, and that is going to be its own video. Then I gotta do some reactions to different stuff, and I gotta get another Duck Dynasty playthrough out, guys, because I was having editing issues and controller issues. Turns out it was the battery, so that's why there's so many chops in that last playthrough of Duck Dynasty. So hopefully in part 4 it'll clear up. And also tonight, I just got done watching Black Lightning, the first episode, and it's actually my first CW DC show. And I haven't seen many of the TV series of any superheroes. I haven't seen Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, Arrow. I've seen a few episodes of Arrow, and I've seen a few episodes. I think the most episodes I've ever seen of any of the CW shows was Gotham. And I actually kind of liked the few episodes I did see of Gotham. I haven't seen any of the Netflix series for Marvel. I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't seen... Well, I did actually see a few episodes of Inhumans, which I've got to talk about when I see all of them in full. And now, I had to say I was very disappointed with Inhumans, to be frank. And I hope they retcon everything. Just forget that series ever happened. Bring back the actors, maybe. Bring back the actors, because I think they're okay. And do something else. Inhumans should have never been a series, to be honest. It should have been its own movie. That's my opinion. But also, got done watching Black Lightning, and I actually enjoyed it. Now, I might do a review on episode 1 or whatnot, but maybe this is just my quick thoughts of Black Lightning. It was a really good show. I really liked it, and frankly, I've never really been a fan of Disney stars like China Anne McClain. For some reason, I kind of liked her character in this episode. And Black Lightning, I always liked Black Lightning as a character in the different media that he's been in. That he's more of a middle-aged guy, and I can relate to his character. And overall, I thought the episode was really good. I liked how they portrayed him. But I think the mainline problem I had with the show was just the underlining plot points of racism throughout the episode. And it was just so annoying to a point, but yet also kind of cool at some points. It's just really annoying to me. Although, I kind of get for the situation, but I really hope there's more of an underlining cause of why these cops are such douchebags. But at the same time, when he says the one line and he just looks up and his eyes glow blue, sorry for spoilers, but I just thought that was cool. Like, Black Lightning has been resurrected. Anyway, that's 5 minutes yammering on about all that stuff. But anyway, let's talk about NECA for a really quick second, because I'm going to be talking about them in another future video. NECA has a few figures coming out. They just released, and I won't show any pictures here because I'll be talking about that more in that video. Well, they'll be right here because I'm editing this tomorrow, so... They have got a new Pennywise figure. This was talked about a few months ago in 2017. And this is a figure based on it from 2017. And I have to say, the figure looks amazing. We'll apparently get like 3 different head sculpts. Kind of like an Ultimate figure from NECA. We'll get the regular face, maybe a smiley face, I don't know. And then probably the creepy toothy face. And then, of course, the whole other look of Pennywise. And I want to get this figure just to put in my collection, while also scaring my sister, because she's afraid of clowns, as y'all know. Also, they are coming out with a few different Aliens and Predators. Of course, we already know about the AVP game. Arcade game-based figures are coming out. The 3 Predators and the 3 Aliens. I don't quite remember their names from the game. We are also getting, from the Alien vs. Predator storylines, we're getting Half Tusk, and then the woman Predator, I forget her name, it's going to be highlighted up here tomorrow, but I always forget her name, but she's getting her own figure now, which is really cool. And of course, for other aliens, we are actually getting 2 that I can think of at the moment. We are getting the Purple Warrior, which is based on the Kenner design from way back in the day. We're also getting a Scorpion alien, based on the Kenner designs from way back in the day. Or was it Kenner or was it Dark Horse Comics? I can't remember. But anyway, and that's really cool. And the Scorpion alien was one of my top 10 most wanted NECA figures that I wanted. So I'm really excited for this figure to be coming out. And I'm going to be talking more about NECA in my NECA video, because I'm a big fan of the company. I own many, or a few figures. I got the Gorilla Alien, it's my only alien. Got Serpent Hunter, got Clan Leader, and I got the Deluxe City Hunter. And of course, I've also got the NECA Legendary Godzilla. But anyway, let's move on. So, Creatureplica. We'll talk about this real quick. And this is a company I just really found out about. Now, if you don't know what they are, they're really an up-and-coming company. They've been around for about 3 or 4 years. And they're a company, I believe they're based in Illinois. But they basically make action figure or replicas based on cryptids. And this is really cool, because I've always thought this would be a cool idea, and I never really thought about it coming into fruition. But these guys have done it, and their original wave had the Bigfoot, the North American Sasquatch, the Himalayan Yeti, and right here, they're really cool designs. You have the Louisiana Rougarou, although I'm kind of off on that. Rougarou is a different design based on the story. Some people say it's like an alligator creature, some say it's like a Bigfoot creature, some say it's like a werewolf creature, which the werewolf version is what they base it mostly on. And that is the more core legend of the Rougarou. However, Loup-garou is werewolf in French, so maybe they'll make a version based on that, the Loup-garou, and then you have the Rougarou. And then, because the Rougarou is basically the Cajun werewolf version. And then they also have made another figure base called the Horror Hound. It's kind of more a figure based on the company's mascot, or a company's mascot. I forget which company, but it's basically like a zombie werewolf, and that was one of their other figures. And of course, they also came out with later on like limited edition sets, which I believe were called Ghost Wolf, which was like the Rougarou, which is all white. They had the Spookum, which the Spookum is basically another form of Bigfoot from the eastern part of the United States. And then they also had I forget. They had one more, I believe. One more. But I can't remember what it was. But they only have really werewolf and Bigfoots in the sets. But basically what they explained was they were originally going to have like different figures for the waves, but they were kind of short on stuff, I believe. And so they decided to go with just the werewolves and just the Bigfoots for that wave. Because they were going to involve the Wendigo and then the Great Alien, which I remember, one second. The sculptor Gene St. Jean, he designs the figures. Sorry guys, I lost my my train of thought there. I was kind of looking up his name really quick, and I discovered some other figures that apparently might be confirmed. I don't know, but coming from me right here, I was looking on this on Degree. Apparently, I think it's called Toy Hype USA. And it shows the main figures along with other figures, which look to be the North American Sasquatch in the middle, but also it looks like a green Sasquatch-like figure. I think this could be the Green Man of Ireland, or of Ireland. Is it Ireland or England? I think it's England. I can't remember. The Green Man. If you don't know who that is, he's basically a green man that roams the forests of Ireland and all that. Not the leprechaun. And then what looks like to be the Sheep Squatch. If you never heard of that legend, it's just what you think. A Sasquatch with horns. Sheep Squatch. But I don't know how definitive those are, so don't count those as, like, fully 100% authentic at the moment. However, they haven't really done anything much within the past almost year and a half, 2 years, I'd have to say. But recently we just got some new images, or one new image they posted onto their Facebook page of the 3 new figures coming in 2017, I believe. And they are the Mothman, the Wendigo, and the Gray Alien, which he had already confirmed. And Mothman was highly requested, so of course they really want to get them out. And believe, I mean, you can almost believe that we're going to be getting more creatures in the future. Personally, I actually sent a Facebook post saying that the creatures I most wanted were, I believe, the Dover Demon, the Sheep Squatch, Jersey Devil, and the Skateboard Swamp Blizzard Man, because I like those cryptid stories. But the Wendigo is basically the same kind of look from the stories that, like, Deer Head, the deer skull, the deer antlers, and like the whole misconstrued malformed body, malnutrition body, and then the cloven hooves for feet, and then sort of a loincloth around his waist with a skull on it. And then you got the Gray Alien, which looks like just a creepy little alien. And then the Mothman, which is actually more of a statue, which I've seen one other video about the Mothman figure, and apparently it's just a statue. And I went to them on Facebook, and I got this back. I asked them, like, why was it not like articulated like the rest? And he said that this is actually a bust, and that there will be, guys, an articulated Mothman figure coming out later in the year, apparently. So, and apparently they're also working on a Bigfoot bust. So this will be pretty cool. So their line will expand from not just articulated figures, but to busts and statues. So that sounds really cool, especially for cryptid collectors. And that's all I can really think about this, guys. I mean, there's so many cryptids I'd love to see figures for, but I mean, the list will go on and on. Personally, I'd love to see the Jersey Devil or the Lizard Man from Skateboard Swamp. That'd be cool. I know a lot of people were confusing the Wendigo with the Jersey Devil. I think most of that confusion comes from the Wolf Among Us game, the Telltale game. Oh, I didn't play it or anything. But, you know, they saw the Jersey Devil in the game, and the Jersey Devil in that game looks way more like the Wendigo than it does the Jersey Devil. And if you look into the stories of either or, you can tell the certain differences between the two, if you get what I mean. But moving on, I'm so excited for Creatureplica, and their figures look amazing. I suggest y'all look them up and look at their figures. However, the figures are pretty expensive, but for what you're getting, they're pretty cool. And one second while I compose myself. So the next toys, and probably the last bit of toys I'm going to talk about, because Marvel Legends is, you know, I'll probably talk about the new lines, but if you want a more in-depth video on the Marvel Legends, like, toy lines, go to JC's channel. It's Jay, and then C, his channel, and he talks about Marvel Legends, like, the whole lines perfectly. He's got great sources, and he gets all the information out about these cool figures. And I've really only just recently started collecting Marvel Legends. It started with my Black Panther figure from Civil War, but I now own all the Netflix series figures, and I need to do the reviews for the Elektra, the Jessica Jones, Blade and Man thing, because I gotta do it. I've already done them for Bullseye, Punisher, and Daredevil, and check those videos out. Look them up if you can, because I can't do the links for all of them at the moment. Maybe I can, I'm just too lazy to do it, but Marvel Legends, basically, from what I understand, with we're getting a Deadpool wave, we're getting an Avengers Infinity War wave, we're getting another Spider-Man wave, and an X-Men wave, and then we might be getting Series 2 and a second series of each in the coming year, especially for Avengers and Spider-Man, because those are the most popular, I believe. And Avengers, of course, you know, 7 figures per set just does not cover the almost 74 different characters we're going to be getting in Infinity War, man. And I so want another Winter Soldier figure, man. I can't express how much, because we've gotten at least 2 that I can think of within the past 5 years of Winter Soldier, and he has either he has really cartoony weapons because he's based more on the comics, or we get him with a pistol and a knife, and that's it. Winter Soldier, a guy comes out with machine guns and grenade launchers, and you give him a knife and pistol. It makes me almost as mad about that figure as it did Blade, which I'm really mad about the Blade figure, and I'll do that in my review. But anyway, we'll talk about the Deadpool wave first. Apparently, we will be getting like one of those mini packs with the different colored Deadpools, like different red, blue, green, yellow, pink, I believe, and red. And then we'll be getting a new Deadpool wave. I think it's the classic Deadpool. We'll be getting X-Force X-23. We'll be getting, and I won't post like all the videos here. I mean, check out JC's channel, or just stay tuned for when I do Marvel Legends. And in the Marvel Legends video, I will talk fully about each of these individual figures coming out in this year. But we're also getting a Cable figure. We're getting Deathlock. We're getting what's his name? I always forget his name. Hold on. Paladin. That's what I've been looking for. Paladin, and then we will also be getting Domino. And Domino was actually kind of excited for. And of course, the main figure that I'm so excited for this wave is Sasquatch. That would be such a cool figure to get. 12, 13 already. Jeez. Then for the Spider-Man wave, we're going to be getting Spider-Man Noir. We're getting Prowler. We're getting Mysterio, which looks really cool. Songbird? No. Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman. And, one more. Hold on. Oh, I'll find it out. That was what I was trying to remember. Lasher the symbiote. And of course, the build-a-figure for that wave will be the Lizard. And that is one I'm so excited for, because of course, the Lizard is my favorite Marvel character, also villain. And then for the X-Men wave, we are going to be getting, of course, the Tiger Stripe Wolverine. We're getting Psylocke. We're getting Storm with the Mohawk. We're getting Multiple Man. We're getting Gladiator. And then rumors suggest that we will be getting, possibly, from leaks from Amazon, I believe, we'll be getting a new Magneto figure and a Sabretooth figure, which I'm so excited for. I'm so love to get a Magneto and a Sabretooth figure in my collection. And then the Build-A-Figure for this wave will apparently be Apocalypse. So I am so psyched for this wave. 2018 really is the year for great toys. Man, this is the year for toys. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Rampage, all that. And then finally for the Avengers wave, really we don't have much to go on. I think we're going to be getting Songbird, Taskmaster, hold on. Okay, yeah, so Songbird, Taskmaster, and King Cobra from the Serpent Society, which is really exciting because we already have Copperhead out. So King King Cobra will be cool to add to a Serpent Society collection, although his parts are reused from the Green Goblin, which I really want that figure because I'm such a Green Goblin fan. And more to talk about in that wave of Infinity War. Of course, we got to get at least 4 other figures, plus the Build-A-Figure. And frankly, although I'm going to be talking about this more in my Marvel Legends video, I think the Build-A-Figure should either be Thanos, if they don't have that Thanos, movie-accurate Thanos, for Infinity War Part 2, or Infinity War, or Avengers 4, if you know what I mean. They'll say that for that movie instead of this one, but I think Thanos would be the best option to go. As for the 4 figures, I think the best thing you could go with would be, the only other Build-A-Figure I would use for this wave would be Black Dwarf. Black Dwarf, or maybe one of the other dark, can't believe I actually forgot their name. The Black Order's characters like Proxima Midnight or Corpus Glaive. However, I think adding Thanos and then 1 Black Order character to the wave would be perfect, and then add the rest of the Black Order in the next wave, maybe in the next Avengers movie, or in Wave 2, which I'll be talking more about Wave 2 in my Marvel Legends video. And I would have Spider-Man with his armor, I'd have the new Nomad Captain America, and I would have Iron Man, because of course I gotta sell those Iron Man figures. And definitely have a Wave 2 involving maybe the new Black Widow, Winter Soldier. Black Panther doesn't really seem to have his costume change that much, so probably Doctor Strange, because he's supposed to have a different costume. Maybe one of the Guardians of the Galaxy that have a new costume change or something like that. I don't know. Although I would rather maybe use War Machine. Get a War Machine figure out, man. We have not had a War Machine figure in a long time except for that 2-pack. And I'd love to get my hands on just a 1-packet War Machine figure, man. But that'll be in my Marvel Legends video. And then, of course, at least 1 Black Order character. Probably either Proxima Midnight or Corpus Glaive. I'm leaning more towards Corpus Glaive. However, a lot of people would rather see Proxima Midnight. However, I'm okay with either or because they are pretty cool looking characters. And I believe that's it for Marvel Legends, guys. Because we don't really have any much more info on everything, except for the 2-packs of the Riders. We'll be getting Ghost Rider and his bike, Johnny Storm Ghost Rider, and then we'll be getting Black Widow and her bike. And the rumors are that we'll be getting Professor X and his hover scooter. I forget what you even call that thing. And other figures, I believe it was leaked that we might be getting a huge Sentinel figure with a Wolverine figure, so that's pretty cool. And I haven't really thought of any other like leaked stuff. Although there is some theories around Spider-Man Wave 2 and all that, which I'll talk more about Marvel Legends in that video. So now let's get on with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, guys. And let me gather my bearings before I go on this tirade, because I'm going to be talking more about the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys in the Jurassic Chat 38. Alright, so let's start off with the Lego sets. We've got so many different Lego sets, actually. Let me find the names for all these Lego sets. They should be right here, that's right. So, apparently Lego set number 75928. Set includes a light, large Jurassic helicopter with 6 stud shooters, a Velociraptor, which will be blue, a drop cage with food inside that can be lowered from the helicopter, 3 minifigures including Owen with stud, bowcast, ACU gunner, Hunter with stud shooter. Next set, number 75926. Set includes light gray and dark blue ACU Jeep with a net shooter on the back, red and olive Pteranodon included, 2 minifigures, Owen holding an egg and ACU gunner. Set 75929. Set includes a great looking armored truck in gray, black and dark blue colors, a trailer attached, gyrosphere included with overgrown gate where gyrosphere would have launched when Jurassic World was active, 3 eggs hidden in overgrowth, large Carnotaurus in darker brown, another baby dinosaur included, 3 minifigures, Owen, Claire, and Franklin. Set 75930. Best looking set and largest of the bunch includes museum looking building that is Lockwood Manor Estate. Set includes Raptor Blue and a bigger, scarier black raptor thought to be the Indoraptor. Includes buildable Triceratops head fossil. 6 minifigures included Owen, Claire, a little girl holding a baby dinosaur, which would be presumed to be Lucy, a hunter, and 2 men in black suits. Oh, the men in black, huh. Agent K and Agent J. Come take on the dinosaurs. And I do have pictures of some of these leaked sets, but I will not show them. I had the Carnotaurus, the T-Rex set, and the Indoraptor picture. And the Carnotaurus looks pretty good. It's a little darker brown instead of the red that we see in the trailer. Rexy looks basically the same from the previous set. And then the Indoraptor is actually more of a black with a yellow stripe, which we kind of saw with the Mattel leaked toy of the Indoraptor. It looks just the same, so we kind of get a good look of the Indoraptor, almost actually a little better. Next, set 75927. Set includes a small impound with a Stygian Moloch. 2 minifigures include Dr. Henry Wu and ACU Gunner. And leading on from there, we have, that's the last Lego sets, I believe. I can't remember. Did I write them all down? I thought I did. I have them all here. With the Pteranodon? Yeah, I already said that one. Next of the sets we have here. Okay, that's just, this talks about Creatureplica. Okay, we will be getting some Funko Pops. So we got Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor, Dilophosaurus, with Chase or something like that it says. Dennis Nedry, Dr. Alan Grant, John Hammond, and Dr. Ian Malcolm, which they all look great. And I'm not really a Funko Pop collector, but I might pick these up just because they're Jurassic Park, so they're pretty cool looking. And then, of course, we get Dr. Ellie Sattler in a Jeep, so that's pretty cool. I'd like to get him, if they do like Wave 2 or something like that, I'd like to get a Robert Muldoon figure. But all these look pretty great. Moving on from there, we have a bunch of leaked toy images, and I'll explain them to y'all because I am not going to get copyrighted. First of all, we got a better look of the Carnotaurus figure, and I have to say, it looks like hard plastic. It needs much more paint apps, but it looks overall like a good figure. It looks much better than what we got in the Hasbro toy line. And I'm not going to praise this toy line too much because there can always be more issues that we see in person rather than blurry images online. However, from just the general outlook, they look way better. We get a Stegosaurus toy. However, I think the biggest problem all these have is they need better paint apps. Stegosaurus looks actually pretty nice, more of a green jungle color. We have this new Rex figure, and there's another figure that's going to be over 30 inches or so. And this thing's massive. And that's apparently the head sculpt that we saw with the leaked figure out a while back, along with the different Mattel body toy parts. This Rex has a much better face sculpt than the Stomp and Strike. And the sculpt is overall better, and the head sculpt is better, feet look a little better, except there's an unsightly area in the middle that's kind of a gap in the middle, which I guess is so it can move. But it's a little unsightly, but frankly I think these are more for kids, so the playability might be actually better with this figure. I believe this, and it looks hard plastic, but it looks very well detailed actually. Here's the Mosasaur figure in full view. I have to say, I'm actually a little disappointed with this Mosasaur. I have to see in real life, but it looks a little plasticky, a little too thick. My submarine Mosasaur set over there has more of the slender body that the Mosasaur has, and like the tail looks cool to me. This tail is more of like a flat paddle. I hope they come out with maybe a possible other version of the Mosasaur, so we're waiting on that. It looks like a set of it says 3 dinos in each pack, but it has Raptor Blue and Owen, like little gear things you put up under them to make them ride with each other. Then we get like some mini figures with the Stygian Moloch, a Stegosaurus, and a T-Rex. 3-pack assortment. We get some stuffed animals, which seem to be blue, and a Triceratops. We got some smaller minifigures, which seem to be a Stegosaurus, a Velociraptor, or Compy, because it's kind of small. It's like Green Raptor. We see this in some of the figures. The Green Raptor, it could be Compy, but they have toe claws, which is odd. Maybe it's a tease to Delta being alive. Triceratops and Raptor Blue. However, for some reason, she does not have toe claws in this picture. Then we got some battle sets, or figure sets, which look pretty decent. It looks like a Hunter. Looks like Owen, I believe, right here with Baby Blue. Claire with a Stegosaurus. Looks like a couple of Hunters with a Dimorphodon, I believe is what that is. And then another one which seems to be like an underwater Hunter or something like that with like a shield or something. I can't really tell in this picture. But it's really cool that we're getting more human figures. And of course we're getting the smaller, I believe they're just like smaller figures, plastic figures, which we have a Gallimimus, Raptor Blue, the green raptor returning again for some reason. It could be a copy though. However, it's built much more like a raptor and has the same toe claw as Blue, which is really odd, and maybe it's a tease. You know, we're not sure for yet. We have a Dilophosaurus figure here with a little bit of venom being spit out of its mouth, which might be spittable like the Hasbro version. Then we have a Dimorphodon in a completely different color setting than the original. It's gray and more of a violet purple, I'd say, running down its wing. Then we got the electronic roar figures, I believe are what these called. And there, we see the Allosaurus figure, the Baryonyx figure, the Triceratops figure, and the Matriacanthosaurus figure. And all these figures actually look really nice. I wasn't an overall fan of the Matriacanthosaurus in the initial pictures I saw, but frankly, I think it looks like a pretty interesting sculpt. I think the toe claws are a little too curved and cartoony, but other than that, I think it actually looks pretty decent. I think that my favorite out of all these is the Baryonyx. Then, of course, next we have different sets. We have a gyrosphere here, which it looks like it might be able to be remote controlled. Yeah, remote control sends it rolling. And then we have another set which seems to be some sort of explorer jeep or capture vehicle, which can you press a button to send out a gyrosphere from it, which looks pretty cool. Then we get some different sets. We got like the little rollaway cars of the different jeeps, and one including the original and one from the new Jurassic World. So Jurassic Park and Jurassic World jeeps, like little rollaway things. I have a Mountain Dew one around here that my grandpa bought me, and you just roll it around and it buzzes off. Then you have what seems to be like a rock quarry or something like that, or maybe it's a shipyard with a crane playset, and then another which seems to be like some sort of cave or something playset with a little car, and each comes with a car and a little dino. We have another set similar to the one where you wind it up in the dino and Owen go off, but this one's actually, it looks to be connected to each other. A Jeep with a little person inside with Blue alongside attached, and with a remote control, and it like zooms out, and that's what it looks to seem to be like. We got another remote control vehicle Jeep, but it's all like a mustard yellow, which is kind of odd. We have like a fully blown capture Jeep, like what is holding the Stegosauruses in the trailer, and then we get a small submarine, which looks to seem to have like a little buzzsaw and a claw on each side, so it's pretty interesting. Maybe it's more of a utility submarine than like an actual like submersible submarine. Then we get a better look at the Tyrannosaurus linked image again. Apparently this one will be able to roar and all that. It's electronic. Get another look at a remote control Jeep, it looks like. Or no, it's not. It's actually a net trapper, and it shoots the net, sorry. And it's based off Jurassic Park, though, like beige and red color. We get a vessel, almost looks like the SS Venture from the Lost World, and apparently trap the dino and transport into the hold, similar to the concept of the Lost World. And the T-Rex apparently is loose, and you gotta trap it again. Then another like vehicle dino sets apparently, and they're like very small. You get a helicopter and a transport vehicle. It looks to be a Rex and a Raptor figure here, and they're red and pink for some reason. We got more, well, it looks like almost die-cast figures. We got one of the Jeeps from the original Jurassic Park in both colors. We got the beige and red. We got the green, red, and yellow with the logo going down the side. And then we have another version, which is basically like the red and beige, but it has more of a canopy over the side of it. And then we get a camo van kind of looking vehicle here. Then it looks like we're getting a remote control Blue with no dew claw for some reason. The middle claw in the middle is actually bigger, and it looks like a decent looking little remote control dinosaur figure. Because I've got my Zoomer Indominus up here, so of course they're going to try and do something like that. I got my Zoomer for only $25, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, more like leaked images of what we already saw, the Indoraptor, the Carnotaurus, and the Mosasaur. And like I said, the Mosasaur in some ways looks better, but in other ways looks worse, if you get my drift. The Indoraptor looks very interesting, though, and I can't wait to see that in real life. Then we get a better look at the Lego T-Rex, I guess, escape set. It looks just like how they described it. You have a little hot dog being held over the gate, which I guess is supposed to entice the T-Rex. Then we got a figure here, which I don't believe that's Franklin. Almost looks like Lowry in some ways. And then we got Claire, which is kind of odd. I don't know who to call this character. They might be what's her name? Danielle Pineda, her character, might be her character, because she has kind of short hair and glasses, so this might be her character in this set. And then we get kind of a different photo of the Baryonyx electronic and the Triceratops electronic toy that I mentioned earlier, and they're really odd. They basically look the same almost. The Triceratops' head is a little smaller, but the color schemes are almost completely different. The Baryonyx isn't as green; it's more blue. The Triceratops isn't as green; it's more of a brown color. I have to say they actually look pretty decent. And we get a better look at the little Dilophosaurus toy that's supposed to spit water. Apparently, its stomach will like gorge up, and then you squeeze it, and it spits water like that. Then we got some blueprints, sort of, for the Gyrosphere set, which could hold 2 figures. We got a good look of the Owen and Claire figures that are supposed to fit into it. And then we also get some. I found these. It might not be true though. But these are supposedly, now take this with a grain of salt, from the toy creators, from Mattel, and it says this: "We wanted to do an Apatosaurus, but Universal shut it down since the demand did not support the cost. Indominus should have happened this year, but some were afraid it would detract from the new villain dinosaur sales." Which is understandable, and I hope they honestly do an Indominus in the future, maybe Wave 2 of 2019 or something. So I really hope we get a really cool Indominus figure. And as for the Apatosaurus, I'm very disappointed if Universal really did say this, because I really would like to have an Apatosaurus figure, a really big sauropod. I'm very disappointed they don't really trust their fans that much to know what we might want. Because let's be honest, to me, I think the toy maker should know what the people want, not the company. And if they say, well, we want to make this specific toy, and you back it, we're gonna sell this. I think that the company needs to back them up more to get these out for the customers. And now we're done with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, guys. So I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's a really long video. But hey, we're getting all this done about different toys. We're covering so much stuff. We're not covering Multiverse, though. I'm not going to cover that because I don't collect Multiverse. I don't have one Multiverse figure in my collection. Although, if they do a Black Lightning figure, I would like to get a Black Lightning figure. But anyway, let's check out this real quick. We will finish this off with the Rampage figures. And of course, these come in, I believe, 2 different sets. We have actually about 2 to 3 different. We have 2 different sets for most of the figures, and then we get a Mega George figure. And the Mega George figure, as you can see right here, is the biggest in the collection. And I'll remind you, these Rampage figures are in stores now. They are out, and you can go and buy them to your heart's content. And I cannot wait. However, I'm going to rant on about Lanard for a few minutes in just a minute, after I'm done explaining how good these figures look. While they all seem to have a little bit of a hard plasticky look, their details are pretty good. And for like the price they're at, the playability, they're pretty cool. And if I'm a fan of like monster figures, I'm gonna put them on my shelf. And if I like the movie, I'm definitely gonna want them more. Rampage is one of my top 5 most anticipated movies of 2014 or 2018. So y'all know that. And of course, the first set we're gonna get is the Big City Brawl set, which will consist of the main characters. With the George set, we get like a white dude army guy with a helicopter, plastic helicopter, and a reused like a metal bar fence from the King Kong or the Kong Skull Island toy line. And then the Big City Brawl set, which the figures I believe are supposed to be around 8 inches tall or so. And then the box cover, we get really good artwork of Lizzie, George, and Ralph. And Ralph and George, we get a good look at. George, of course, is the albino gorilla. Ralph is just a wolf with pointy ears. It's like a really weird coyote with spikes. And Lizzie is less the lizard and more crocodile. A big spiky tail, iguana-like spikes and fins, and then like axolotl type fins coming out of her neck, and then like Dilophosaurus frill, and then like a Caprasuchus mouth, and then like Caprasuchus boar tusks, like Caprasuchus from Primeval is what she reminds me of. Then of course the Big City Brawl, we get Lizzie, which she seems to be the biggest, and I think she's going to end up being like the main sort of villain of this movie. I'm going to be doing a movie chat soon too about Rampage, because there's some information out about Rampage. She looks like a really decent figure. The detail looks great, and we got another army dude figure, jaw-chomping action. Just says subject Lizzie. And then they all have jaw-chomping action. The next figure we get is Ralph, And Ralph looks pretty cool. I've seen some reviews, and I know a lot of people didn't seem to like him. He comes with a car with like bite marks in it and all that. And then Ralph comes in another army dude with guns. And this figure, he looks pretty decent. He looks pretty decent for what he is. And he's pretty cool looking, to be honest. I want all these figures, and they're supposed to be about $15 for the Big City Brawl sets. The next figures we're getting are the canister contact figures. And they're basically what they look like pre-mutation. In this case, we had the Lizzie figure, ready to destroy, white dude, or I say white dude, I just meant to say regular dude. What looks like to be an airboat, and then different like military canisters and all that, like supplies. What looks like a trap, and then one of those little bars with the guns in it, which I really don't like those. But you just take the guns out to use them, and then of course the Lizzie figure, which I believe is supposed to be around 5 or so inches. Then we got Ralph, and he has a bunch of missiles. We got like a tracker dude with a mask on and a hoodie. We got the what looks like to be a new like a fence type thing to keep him contained. A missile launcher, now I can see it, and then the Ralph figure. What looks to be a few different other like canister things, like military objects. Then I can't really see. I haven't really found any really good pictures of the George canister contact figure, but from what I can see of the figure, we get a really decent looking Dwayne "Rock" Johnson figure, which I did like that about the Kong Skull Island figures. Their face sculpts of the main characters did actually look pretty cool and pretty comparative to their counterparts. We got some guns. It looks like to be a door of some kind. Oh, the door to the zoo. It says I believe San Francisco Zoo or something like that. I can't really read it. Then another like destroyed wall or something like that for him to smash, and he's about just as tall as the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson figure. And then we got right here, as you can see, like all the different George figures combined. We got the mega chomping claw action George, and the George figure can actually hunch over like an ape, and he can do that, and it's actually pretty cool. The figure, if you check out Pixel Dan's video, he did a review of it, and it looks pretty cool. And we also get a sort of arcade game like you get in the stores, of where you can play the games, and you get to play Rampage in this version. And then here's another picture of like all the George figures combined. They look really cool. To be honest, I'm really psyched for this wave. And now that I'm done talking about how cool all these figures look, I'm going to do this. Why? Why? Leonard, these toys look pretty good. Pretty decent. I'd like to actually put these on my wall. What did you do with Kong Skull Island? Same company, Warner Bros. Let you do this. Kong Skull Island, I don't quite mind the Kong figure, but I don't like it either. I cannot wait till it goes on sale so I can finally get it just to stick it up here to look at. And frankly, even then, I don't even want to look at it. It's heavy as crap. How are kids going to play with that thing? I don't know. I mean, my sister could barely even hold it up for a few seconds. The small $10 figure sets were the only figures we got. We only got those and the big boat sets. I mean, that's all we got. That's all we got. You made 3 figures for George. You made 1 Kong figure. You made 2 figures for Lizzie, which are really decent. You made 1 Skullcrawler figure, and he's like that big, and it has no detail whatsoever. Leonard, I hate you, but yeah, I kind of like you. This could be the redeeming factor for you, Leonard, for my respect for you. But for the respect of the Kong Skull Island toys, I'll give you none, because I don't like those figures. I am tired, and it's late, and I am slurring my words right now. But anyway, guys, what do y'all think of all these different toys? Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Rampage, Marvel Legends, Creatureplica. What was I talking about in the beginning? NECA. But all of that, guys, what do y'all think? I hope y'all enjoy this video. It's a long video, and I'll be sure to type in the comment section tomorrow, or not in the comment section, the description of where you can time in at, or you can watch the full video. I did not mean to go rambling on like that, guys, but I just like talking about the different figures, and I try to get down to business. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let's hit that 1,300 subscriber mark, because we have hit the 1,200 subscriber mark. Oh, and what do you guys think of these toys? Will y'all pick them up? Please watch the full video. Please let me know what y'all think of all of this, because I know I rambled on for so long. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll be sure to talk more about NECA and the Creatureplica in the future. But in Marvel Legends and NECA, those will be future videos I'll get to as soon as I can. So thanks, guys, for watching. Let's hit that subscriber mark. And also, guys, I wanted to throw this out really quick. I'm planning on doing a live stream for my birthday on the 28th. So let me know what y'all want to maybe see from that. I also want to do a movie chat talking about Venom and different Marvel movies coming out as well. And I'm thinking about doing on my birthday a live stream reaction to Thor Ragnarok in Justice League while I'm watching it illegally. But anyway, let me know if y'all would tune in to watch it with me or whatnot, even if you can't watch the movie yourselves. It could be boring, but I'm going to try and watch those on my birthday if y'all want to tune in. So comment down below. Thanks, guys, for watching.